Well, physical media reigns supreme again as Paramount Plus just banned multiple episodes of South Park as they have gone through and put down the censorship hammer on them after the merger. We saw very similar things happen when it came to Spotify. When Spotify acquired the Joe Rogan Experience, I believe there was about 24 episodes that they said they wouldn't host. I believe featuring like Sargon of Akkad, Milo, Gavin McInnes, any like prominent right-wing feature or person during kind of like, the 2016 era was banned. And everyone just said, fine. And free speech warrior Joe Rogan said, fine, I don't care, give me my billions of dollars. That's exactly what the stunning and brave creators of South Park have said. Now, interestingly, which episodes have been banned? Well, we're going to look at it and why they've been banned. Also, the viewership numbers from the first two episodes of South Park are out, and left-leaning media is extremely excited. So let's get into all this. Huge shout out to everyone who's joined the Discord. 100% free. It's just like a chat room where you can chat with all the other subscribers. I'm moving all of my time here away from X, spending less time on X, more time actually talking with all of you. There's tutorial videos on how to use it. It's free, and there's thousands of people in there. And also, you could join if you want for $6 and get discounts on our coffee, Meta PCs, above and beyond the available discounts, as well as members-only videos, call-in shows, submit just a ton of value for just $6 a month. But either one is totally optional. Or join the Discord and get in talk with us anyway. But the paid one is optional. Paramount has banned 5 South Park episodes. Links in the description, by the way. There's only a single way to watch them. Oh my God, they destroyed South Park. Just kidding. Although there are 5 banned episodes that didn't survive the migration to Paramount Plus, there's only one, quote, official way to watch them. Yeah, on your buddy's Plus server. Wait, what? No, don't do that. Here's the thing. It's not just 5 episodes. I believe there's 17 or 18 that had been banned before this. We'll go through that. No doubt you've noticed Trey Parker and Matt Stone's animated series is no longer on HBO Max. That's because after the long drawn-out bidding war, they finally signed a deal with Paramount, making it the streaming place the home of South Park. As of July 2025, all 26 seasons are now available on the brand streaming service, while new episodes of season 27 land there the day after they air on Comedy Central. Prior to the move, many fans had one question. Will Paramount Plus air the infamous banned South Park episodes? Now we know. South Park episodes banned from Paramount Plus. There are 5 new episodes, by the way, you won't find on Paramount Plus, as far as I can tell. We're going to look at the total list. And it's all for a single reason. They show or bother even mentioning the Muslim prophet Muhammad, which is deeply offensive within the Islamic teaching and deemed too controversial for mainstream streaming platforms. Interesting. So we have this religion, okay? Islam, right? We're importing them like crazy in the United States. Europe's been completely overrun. But I keep getting told that these people it's the religion of peace. Somebody went on TV, on the Tucker Carlson show, a woman with a mustache said that Hamas was just regular people who just want to live their lives. They're just trying to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. That's what this woman with a mustache said on Tucker Carlson. Now, I'm told that here in America, we're too afraid. Now, to the South Park creators' credit, they did make the episodes, okay? They did make the episodes. But the explanation is absolutely bonkers. Paramount has banned 5 episodes of South Park due to, quote, deeply offensive imagery. So we're talking Kristi Noem can go into a pet store and eradicate 24 puppies at point blank range, or we can have an obese Trump, a talking Wang, all of this stuff. They can make fun of Jesus all they want. They can make fun of Buddha all they want. They can make fun of Scientology, although that was another taboo episode. I think that was on the original ban list. They make fun of all this stuff, but Muhammad, we can't do that because it's the religion of peace, and because we should have entire cities, like in Michigan, that are full of Islamic people where the signs aren't even in English, they're in Arabic. I keep getting told that that's such a great thing. Now, are there good Muslim people? Of course. But my question is, would those good Muslim people, take somebody's head off literally because of the appearance of their prophet in a cartoon? I mean, you could ask the people of Charlie Hebdo, where there was a massacre because they had Muhammad on the cover of their magazine or a newspaper. I'm not totally sure what it was. But that is a very real event where people lost their lives over it. Okay. I keep getting told by Democrats that we need to have more of these people in our country. Yet here in America, we must live under Sharia law. We must live under the laws of Islam, because Paramount Plus says, hey, Islam says this is not okay, so we're going to ban the show. But I mean, we can blaspheme against Christ all we want. And by the way, just so we're clear, I don't care that they do that. I don't care that they make fun of Jesus. I don't care at all. Now, do some Christians get mad about that? Yes. But coincidentally, they're not taking anybody's lives. They're not getting banned from Paramount Plus. It's only Islam that they're too afraid to offend. Now, I happen to think that is a pretty clear indicator that we don't want these people in America. We have to fear them so much that we cannot have a cartoon depiction, then I think we should probably consider maybe we don't want a bunch of people who practice Islam in this country. Oops, Jeremy got a little spicy on a Thursday. But I mean, if we cannot talk about it, poke fun at it. And by the way, I guarantee you that there are lots of Muslim people that don't actually care about this. Right? Like, I know, I don't know how many I have anymore, but I know for a fact throughout history, I have had Muslim viewers who have emailed me and said like, hey, we're not all like crazy jihadis. And that's true. I think the majority of them are not. But for whatever reason, I don't care. For whatever reason, only their religion, we have to ban because it's deeply offensive. Not Trump's tiny wiener, not, Jesus doing terrible things, none of this stuff. America, a Christian nation founded on Christian values. Every show imaginable can make fun of Jesus and Christians, and they can do heinous things. Those all air, but you go after Islam, well, you're going to get censored. Even with one of the most powerful men after them, South Park and Paramount presumably have no plans to remove their episodes depicting Trump, especially after their so-called apology at a recent event. So it was episode 5, Super Friends, episode 10, season 10, episode 4, season 6. You'll need a physical DVD if you ever want to watch these episodes. The original first 3 episodes seemingly went unnoticed, but when 200 and 201 were released in 2010, it promoted huge backlash from the Islamic community. So tell them to pound sand, just like you tell the Christian community to. As is, it's prohibited to depict their prophet in any way. Well, I'm sorry, this isn't an Islamic nation. We don't live under Sharia law as much as the town of Dearborn, Michigan would want us to, right? We don't live under your rules. And the fact that these streaming networks are banning these episodes is cowardly. And again, credit to the South Park creators for making the episodes in the first place. By the way, it's been a long time since they had any kind of balls. You could see the last episode was season 10? That's 17 years ago, back when they took no prisoners. It's like, for who knows, perhaps future generations will be wondering why Trump is completely censored in the historic episodes. Trump's not going to ban. These episodes aren't going to get banned. Now, the left-wing media is celebrating as South Park has broken a new record after Brutal Ice Barbie episode. Look, the viewership for South Park is up at historic levels. There's no spin on that. But what the left is pretending like is that it had nothing to do with an effective multi-year hiatus that people were excited to see a new South Park episode. I don't think that the Trump part of it, I'm sure Trump was not insignificant. The fact that they would be lampooning Trump obviously got people to tune in, but a lot of people also tuned in because they'd been waiting for new episodes of South Park for years. And they're all just pretending like, Yeah, America tuned in because they made fun of Ice Barbie. Also, their viewership might coincidentally have been boosted because of the fact that it was on Comedy Central, HBO Max, and Paramount. Right? The idea that, you know, this is, you know, the biggest possible landscape they could have spread across to get their viewers. Now, again, I'm not going to say that, you know, ratings surge, Chrissy Noam, JD Vance takedown episode earns the most viewers since 2018 on Comedy Central. But again, how long has South Park even been on hiatus? Have they even had new episodes, like regular new episodes since 2018? I could be, you know, maybe. They certainly didn't have any, I think, during the Biden presidency, right? So yes, they do have historic ratings, and I think that that's a good thing. And I'm hoping that this next episode of South Park isn't another TDS meltdown for 24 minutes long, okay? But a warning. Many shows have benefited bigly in many ways from the Trump bump, Trump derangement syndrome. This is something that has led unequivocally to great ratings for many shows, you know, many late night show hosts and things like that. But eventually the jokes dry up. People like me who understand that Trump is a meme, who thought Garrison as Trump was hilarious, right? We're going to tune out if every episode is, you know, if 9 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 are, you know, political commentary about the Trump administration. I get that literally everywhere else. I used to tune in to South Park as an escape, as a place to get away from all this nonsense. Yeah, they would have a storyline or two about Trump, okay? But I have a strong suspicion this next episode, episode 3 next Wednesday, will not be a Trump derangement syndrome episode. I just have this weird feeling. I hope it's just hilarious. It would be great if they roasted, I don't know, a liberal, or if they just were completely apolitical and it was like, again, a social commentary episode about video games or something like that, right? That's what I tune into South Park for. I don't tune into South Park for confirmation bias. And that's a dangerous road to go down. Just ask Stephen Colbert. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. Join the Discord. It's 100% free. Support the channel. We could use it. And we'll talk to you again real soon.